In the previous video, we've seen higher order partial derivatives. So if you see something like this, it means that you differentiate f with respect to x twice. And then if you see something like this, you would take the partial derivative with respect to y first, and then you do it with respect to x, and then you do it with respect to x. Well, in this video, you can take it even further. So if you have a function, you can partially differentiate it twice with respect to y. So differentiate it with respect to y, and then differentiate it with respect to y again, and then you do the with respect to x. So if you see something like this, partially differentiate it with respect to y twice, 1, 2, and then you do it with respect to x twice. So it's once and then twice. So let me give you an example. So if you have a multivariable function looking like this, let's try and compute f y x y z. So differentiate this function with respect to y first. So if well, at the moment you've got 3 blocks. This block here contains y, this block here contains y. This is just a constant. So when you differentiate with respect to y, it would just be 0 plus, and then differentiate this. Remember, we are differentiating it with respect to y. So this whole thing here is just a constant. So now when you differentiate this, it will then become this. And then differentiate this with respect to y, it will then give you x cos of y. So we've done y, now let's do x. So from here, differentiate it with respect to x. So so the 2 will come down, so that will give you an x. You got your z here, and then, well, differentiate this with respect to x, that will then give you this. And then differentiate this with respect to x, that will then just give you this constant here. So now we've done yx, now let's differentiate it with respect to y again. So there's no y in here, so this block here is really a constant. Now just differentiate this with respect to y, that will then give you minus sine y. And then and we've now done x, we've now done yxy, we've now done yxy. Now let's differentiate it with respect to z. Well, this thing here, it doesn't contain z, so it's just a constant. So when you come to differentiate it with respect to z, it would just be 0. Okay, so so our final answer here is actually 0, because we were trying to find this. Okay.